Thank you for volunteering with the Peninsula Humane Society. An animal shelter can be a very stressful place for dogs, and daily exercise and contact with people is one of the most important things we can give them during their stay with us. Most of the information in this video applies to those of you doing dog TLC with the behavior department. But this safety protocol will be important for all of you who will be working with dogs in other departments as well. We know that it can take time to get used to navigating our center and learning all the rules, so we have designed a step-by-step training process to prepare those of you who will be doing TLC. For the first 8 hours, you will not be taking dogs in and out of the dorms for TLC. Instead, you will be a click and Kong volunteer doing basic housekeeping duties like making sure each dog has an assigned collar, harness, and leash, spot cleaning the dorms, running loads of laundry and folding, practice entering and exiting the dorms from the interior of the pod so the dogs do not escape, and TLCing dogs inside of the dorms and encouraging calm, quiet behavior. All of these duties you will do as a Click and Kong volunteer are things that you will need to know once you start actually taking dogs out for TLC. After 8 hours of Click and Kong are complete, we will go over the protocol for taking dogs out of the dorms for exercise. All of our dogs up for adoption are labeled as green, yellow, or purple. Green dogs are generally more easygoing, whereas the yellow and purple dogs may have certain issues that make them more complicated. For example, a yellow dog may be a strong puller, or a purple dog may bark when it sees other dogs on the street. We have all new TLCers start with green dogs, and after 3 months they can request to train to work with yellow dogs. In an additional 3 months you can request to work with purple dogs. The exception to this is junior volunteers, who must stick with the green dogs until they turn 18. We do have a fantastic indoor romp and play park where the dogs can run around and play off leash. It has a retractable roof so we can use the park rain or shine. This park is great for dogs who love to exercise by playing fetch or playing with other dogs. Because we aren't sure that all dogs will get along, we only ever have dogs from the same dorm in the yard at one time. And there must always be at least one volunteer per dog. Because there is only one park, most of the time you will be walking dogs on leash on the street for exercise. Any street by the shelter is fine to walk dogs, except Edwards Court, which is the street by the main front lobby doors. We have a separate door on Rollins Road, especially for the shelter dogs. Your keycard will open this door from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. So don't try to bring a dog back after 8 p.m. or you may be taking it home with you. Because we are on such a busy street, it is mandatory that all dogs are on leash at all times when outside of the building. It is mandatory that every dog wears a collar, a harness, and a leash when outside for a walk. The leash should be attached to the harness, or both the collar and the harness if possible. You should always carry poop bags with you. No poop can be thrown away outside of the shelter. You must carry it back with you and throw it away in the designated trash can. This is extremely important, so we maintain a friendly relationship with our neighbors. A typical walk for a dog will probably last 30 to 45 minutes. You will definitely want to consider the energy level of the dog you are TLCing. If you have an older dog, you may do a shorter walk, whereas if you have a high energy younger dog, you may take it out for a brisk jog or a 1 hour long walk, followed by some playtime in the park. When you take a dog for a walk, we have a sign-out sheet where you indicate what time you left and what time you plan to return. A tired dog is a good dog. Always go with a plan to try to get each dog the exercise their age and breed requires. You may be wondering how you will decide which dogs you will TLC while you are here. We have a whiteboard we update every week, which volunteers mark off after they TLC a dog. We have different symbols that show whether the dog went on a walk, got a short potty break, played in the yard, attended a class, or went to an off-site event. That way you can look at the board and see which dogs have not received TLC yet. Remember, you have to stick to dogs in your color code. For example, if you are a green level volunteer, you can only take out green dogs, whereas a yellow volunteer could take out a green or a yellow dog. Even after you have been volunteering for a while, you'll always want to bear in mind what a new person coming into our facility to adopt a dog observes. If you were coming in to adopt a dog, what type of dog would you look for? The majority of adopters gravitate toward dogs that look calm and quiet in their dorms, and move past dogs that are jumping up and barking. This is why you always want to reinforce or reward dogs that are displaying good manners. Here at PHS, we use all positive training techniques. No hitting or yelling at the dogs, or correcting them by yanking on the leash. It is more effective to reward the dog for good behavior than punish unwanted behavior. This may mean petting a dog that is sitting nicely and turning around and ignoring a dog that is jumping up. It is also a good idea to wait for a dog to stop bouncing up and down before putting on a collar or harness for a walk. Some dogs even have detailed training plans that staff or other volunteers have written. If we take the time to teach our dogs good manners, it is more likely that they will be adopted quickly. Most of the time, the dogs will be thrilled to see you, but it's important to remember that unlike your dogs at home, many of these dogs will be meeting you for the very first time. At times, they might be shy or afraid. By reviewing the information we give you on body language, learn to recognize if a dog is nervous or scared, and don't push that dog too much. Sometimes, just sitting quietly and ignoring the dog for a couple of minutes or giving a treat will help a shy dog warm up. Volunteers write notes after each TLC session. So you can also read the notes for a dog to get a heads up on their personality before TLCing them. Remember that many of these dogs have unknown histories, so any information you can provide is very helpful to us. Volunteering with the dogs at PHS will be a very rewarding experience. We have several hundred volunteers working with the dogs and cats. So it is crucial that everyone follow the rules to keep people and animals safe. Thank you again for volunteering with us. We know you and the dogs will have a great time together. Now, does anybody have any questions?